Hey, I'm McCool, professional hipster amateur reviewer. Going to be taking a look at slash reviewing Public Limited LTD, Public Image Limited. You think I'd have that down by now. But anyways, this band's album, second edition, or metal box, I guess if you're a so-called pill fan, the PC way to refer to this album would be metal box, because that's the way it was issued when it came out initially in the UK. It was in an actual metal film canister, which is pretty badass, because the front man of this group kind of didn't want to be a slave to the new record company he was on, record label Virgin. I think I'm right. Probably should have looked that up before I did this review. But anyways, it's just kind of like a big FU. I'm not gonna, take your orders. They're gonna come out with their album in this awesome film canister, and everybody's gonna love it, kind of thing. So yeah, that's the way it was initially released, and I guess this is kind of like the second edition. I mean, obviously this doesn't look like a film canister, just kind of like the regular paper, sleeves, whatnot. But yeah, but first, before I get into my review, just want to give a nice congratulations to Skipping Boy for reaching the 100 subscriber mark. Nice job, Skipping Boy. I mean, I've been an avid subscriber, or avid supporter, subscriber, and actual friend to Skipping Boy for the past year now, or at least since 3 Creation did that review compilation thingamajig. Just kind of hope bring the reviewing community together. I believe the first comment he left on my channel was like, "Hipster alert," which is pretty funny. I mean, it kind of influenced my channel slogan. I mean, I took it as a compliment personally. But yeah, subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. He has really great taste in punk music, and I mean, his videos, especially these days, have been entertaining as hell. I mean, he's got this cool thing going on where he'll make fun of fanboys of different genres of music, doing these hilarious impersonations. So yeah, just an amazing reviewer out there, and yeah, so kind of keeping with the genre of music Skipping Boy reviews, I'm going to be reviewing one of the most highly acclaimed punk albums of all time, fronted by one of the most iconic punk rebels of the 70s, Johnny Rotten, also known as Johnny Lydon, at least at the time of this album. And if you go into second edition, just kind of assuming that it's going to be another Sex Pistols album because it's fronted by Johnny Rotten, I mean, you're going to be in for quite the surprise. I mean, gosh, if you didn't know that already, I'm just going to have to assume you don't even know who G.G. Allen or Black Flag is. I mean, gosh, who do you think you are? But insults inside, Public Image LTD definitely showcases Johnny Lydon, or Johnny Rotten's more experimental side that really didn't come out during the short duration of the Sex Pistols. And I'm not claiming that second edition is just kind of like Yoko Ono, John Cage, totally out there, avant-garde, but as all music claimed, it was hardly sounded like anything else of the past, present, or future. As an example of second edition's unconventionalness, it starts out with a 10-minute jam session where Johnny Lydon yells in this kind of echoing, tortured voice, "Getting rid of the albatross." And more than anything, it kind of sounds more fitting for the closer. And I guess speaking of closer, awfully reminds me quite a bit of how Joy Division began their final album. And So I guess since I'm going with these comparisons, I guess another comparison I throw out there is kind of how close this kind of sounds to the Talking Heads' more reggae dub bass sounds, which I believe Johnny Rotten or Johnny Lydon, I mean, I guess I'll just use that interchangeably in this video. I guess he was kind of influenced the same way as the Talking Heads by reggae music. If I remember correctly, he took a trip down to Jamaica, just got greatly influenced by kind of Jamaican music, the old reggae and stuff, and it's one of the things that makes this album so special, I have to say. Especially hearing Johnny painfully wailing about modern day life, rape, just acting out of order, all these subjects congruent to jumpy manic chord progressions. It is really something else. I feel somewhat kind of odd comparing this to one of my all-time favorite albums, Slent Spiderland, but really I get this eerie sense of madness within Second Edition. Not perhaps in the same sense as Spiderland, but more in a demonic sense, as if Johnny was like possessed by the devil, or I guess kind of because it reminds me of hell a lot. Not like the same way you would conventionally think of hell, but more of like a black and white version of hell, where you see all these like disfigured faces, or kind of faces that would look like if you're kind of like on some hard drugs. Lyric sheet from hell. Ugh, scary. Anyways, it's kind of funny. Oh wait, the album's coming out here. I guess if you like actually buy the metal box version, it comes with 3 LPs because it runs on 45 RPMs. But the closer of this album is quite interesting. It kind of ends on this haunting yet beautiful Phantom of the Opera synth outro. It really feels as if you're like kind of panning away or exiting Johnny's tortured soul. Just a creative way to end this album. And I guess if I had to pick a favorite song on this album, would it have to be the second to last song, Chant? Which, I mean, yeah, there's like a chant going on. And I mean, I just love how guitarist Keith Levine, one of the founding members, kind of robotically chants, "Love, war, feel hate, love, war, feel hate," just throughout the song, continuously, and goes on while Johnny Rotten's just, like ranting alongside his jagged, gritty guitar riff. And yeah, I guess from what I've heard, after Public Image LTD's second edition album, they never really retained the same gut-wrenching rawness of second edition, and kind of fell off the same cheesy 80 norms as many bands transitioning from the 70s to the 80s, which kind of is too bad. However, I must say I did like their new album quite a bit, despite what some people may say. Definitely a lot more sleekly produced than most punk albums, I guess, and definitely took some risks. I mean, I guess there are some cheesy parts. I mean, the album opens with like Johnny Lydon kind of like opening the band as if an announcer would opening boxers at a boxing match. I thought it was quite interesting. I mean, it's not anything that's gonna come up on my end of the year list, but might as well take a listen. Yeah, I guess that's the Metal Box / second edition for you. Definitely began to enjoy this album a lot more as I kind of look more deeply into it, so I don't know if they'll have the same effect on other people. I mean, I just bought this at a record convention, just kind of, knowing that it's got a lot of notoriety behind it, and thinking that, oh, maybe I'll like it over time, even though I'm not like the hugest in the punk, but I think, just about everyone should appreciate this album. Otherwise, you got shit taste in music. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thanks for watching my Public Image LTD video, and I hope you have a rockin' weekend. Take care.